Look closely at the structure. There are no bright discount signs, no noisy sales announcements, and no cluttered bargain bins. The space feels pure, minimalist, and almost sacred, designed to evoke the psychological reverence of a modern cathedral rather than a place of commerce. You step across the threshold, walking onto pristine stone floors. You tell yourself you are just a tech-savvy consumer doing research. You came to look at a screen, compare specs, or test a camera. You feel entirely rational, objective, and in control of your financial destiny. But as you slide your credit card 30 minutes later, committing to a purchase that costs triple the price of any competitor, a psychological puzzle begins. You didn't just buy a tool made of aluminum and silicon. You bought an entry ticket into an exclusive elite tribe. You feel a deep, warm rush of validation, believing you just invested in the absolute best version of your digital life. But the hidden reality is far more calculated. Your logic didn't make this choice. Your identity was masterfully hijacked by a psychological matrix. Welcome back to Human Secrets. Today, we unlock episode 3 of our series, The Retail Trap. We are pulling back the curtain on the trillion-dollar tech giant, Apple, to investigate the premium illusion. We are going to deconstruct the invisible sensory triggers and behavioral traps that bypass your economic intelligence and reveal how your own desire for status and belonging is being beautifully weaponized against your wallet. Walk up to any laptop or a tablet inside an Apple store, and you will notice a strange, highly consistent detail. The devices are not perfectly angled. In fact, every MacBook is deliberately tilted forward at a specific, slightly awkward 76-degree angle. This is not a mistake by the store staff. It is a calculated behavioral trigger. Because the screen is tilted forward, it forces you, the customer, to perform a physical action. You must reach out your hand and physically adjust the display to match your own eye level. The moment your bare skin touches the sandblasted aluminum, the psychological trap snaps shut. In behavioral psychology, this is known as the endowment effect. Coupled with sensory ownership, the human brain is an ancient biological machine that struggles to distinguish between physical contact and actual ownership. Neurological studies prove that within 5 seconds of touching an object, your brain begins to develop a sense of psychological ownership. By adjusting the screen or taking a selfie, you are no longer just looking at Apple's property. In your subconscious mind, the device already belongs to you. Walking away without buying it triggers a literal pain signal of loss because your mind perceives it as losing a personal possession. Look around the entire perimeter of the store and try to locate the cash registers. In a traditional retail matrix, the payment counter is a monument. It represents the final destination. But inside an Apple store, the checkout counter does not exist. There are no registers, no barriers, and no visible lines. This architectural absence is a deliberate strategy of removing psychological friction. In traditional spending, standing in a long line behind a black counter creates an internal pause. It activates your analytical brain, giving you time to think. Is this worth $1,000? It is a natural brake system against overspending. Apple systematically erased this through architectural hypnosis. Every single employee in a blue shirt carries a mobile payment system. The transaction happens casually, while you are still standing at the wooden table. The transition from testing a product to owning a product is made entirely seamless. By the time your logical brain wakes up, your card has already been scanned, and the friction of economic loss was completely bypassed by design. Open a catalog for any regular computer or smartphone brand, and you'll be bombarded with technical specifications. Processor speeds, gigabytes, battery milliampere hours, and circuit architectures. They speak to your logic. But look at how Apple speaks to your mind. They throw away the clinical, technical language and replace it with emotional, high-status vocabulary. They don't sell a faster glass screen. They sell Super Retina XDR with ceramic shield. They don't sell a standard camera lens. They sell cinematic mode. This is the psychological architecture of cognitive elitism and the VEBLEN effect. Named after economist Thorstein VEBLEN, this effect describes a psychological anomaly where consumers perceive an item as immensely higher in value and quality, simply because its price is unusually high and its branding is exclusive. Apple masterfully shifted their products from the category of consumer electronics into the category of luxury goods and identity tools. By using elite, almost poetic language, they create a massive cognitive separation between their ecosystem and the rest of the market. Your brain is conditioned to believe that buying a cheaper competitor is a compromise on your personal standards. You gladly pay a $1,000 premium not because the aluminum costs more, but because the language trap has convinced your ego that the price tag is a reflection of your own intellectual and social status. You are not purchasing utility, you are purchasing validation. Think about how difficult it feels to leave. Imagine your phone breaks, and a competitor offers a device that is objectively better, with a superior battery and a more advanced camera, and half the price. Your logic tells you to switch, but you look at your wrist and see your smartwatch. You look at your desk and see your tablet and your wireless headphones. You think about your cloud storage, where 10 years of your family photographs and personal data are permanently stored. A sudden anxiety hits your mind. Switching isn't just about buying a new phone. It is about destroying your entire digital lifestyle. This is the ultimate psychological trap. The sunk cost lock-in through a closed ecosystem. Apple's most brilliant long-term strategy was to design a digital environment that rewards you for staying, but severely punishes you for leaving. Economists call this high switching costs. Every time you buy a minor accessory or sync another device, you are investing more of your sunk costs into the ecosystem. The system is designed with intentional incompatibility. Their headphones work perfectly with their phone, but lose their magic features on a competitor's device. By creating this psychological and technical cage, they ensure that your future purchasing decisions are completely locked in. You don't buy the next upgrade because you analyzed its features and concluded it was worth the money. You buy it because the ecosystem has made you a hostage of your own convenience. You are trapped inside a digital fortress, and the key is owned by the corporation. The ultimate secret of the premium tech illusion is that the most powerful component inside your device is not the microchip, it is your own psychology. By using 76-degree angles to trigger your sensory ownership, removing counters to erase your financial friction, and using elite vocabulary to exploit your VEBLEN effect, unlocking you inside a digital cage they have successfully transformed. An ordinary consumer electronics brand into a lifetime identity. You cannot fight the trillion-dollar psychological matrix using pure willpower, because your ego is exactly what the matrix is designed to feed. To reclaim your intellectual autonomy inside the retail matrix, you must change your rules of engagement. First, practice the technical utility audit. Before upgrading any device, completely ignore the marketing adjectives like Pro, Max, or Ultra. Write down a strict list of the physical tasks you perform. If your current device can complete 95% of those tasks without breaking, your brain is chasing the high of identity substitution. Delay the purchase. Second, break the incompatibility myth. Force yourself to use at least one major cross-platform tool or a competitor's accessory in your digital life. When you deliberately break the monopoly of the ecosystem, you'll lower your switching costs and restore your brain's ability to make independent financial decisions. Stop letting a logo define your status. Open your eyes to the premium traps and the architecture of identity manipulation. And remember that your worth as a human being can never be measured by the color of your text bubble. Thank you for watching episode 3 of our investigative series, The Retail Trap. If this deep dive opened your eyes, subscribe to Human Secrets. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. What is the most expensive tech upgrade you fell victim into buying, only to realize it didn't change anything? Stay independent, stay aware, and we will see you in the next chapter.